Hello, hello. And this isn't even my final form. Hello. Hey friends. How's it going? Oh, Friday. It's gonna be a good Friday night. You know, there's a couple songs about Friday, but one rings eternal. It's Friday, and we gotta get down on Friday. I know everyone's looking forward to the weekend, but it's Friday. We gotta get down on Friday. And I know we're all looking forward to the weekend. I actually don't know any lyrics from Rebecca Black's Friday, besides that part. Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everyone's looking forward to the weekend. Oh. Yeah, that was just some vocal processing reverb. Yeah, pretty sick, pretty high quality live stream. You probably don't get that from many other live streams, that kind of quality. But at a Writing Theory live stream, you never know. High-tech audio mixing. It doesn't mean it's good audio mixing, but it is high-tech. Twice the microphones of the normal live stream. So, I mean, need I say more? How's everyone doing? Hello, I see we got Frey, Coral Sands, Haley, how's it going? Saw Ryder Lee, I saw Zerg, Zender, hello Zender. Wow, what a crew today, what a crew. Frey, glad to have you here today, always fun to have you in chat. Hopefully today we're gonna get some good writing done. J-Sam, hello J-Sam. And we'll be able to go into the weekend tired, yet happy with the progress we've accomplished. Yeah, let's just do that. Why don't we just choose to do that? All right. For anyone who was in the Pro Writing Aid live stream today, I was not. I forgot that we had a guest writing sprint host come in. Otherwise, I would have told you, but also I forgot. So I hope you had a good time. Which means I came into this writing stream full of energy, full of the hunger for words. Feels so weird to say. And ready to make some good progress. Kayla says, I gotta hit the books with my keyboard. I am far behind. I am behind on my word count goals. You know, goals can be ambitious. 50,000 do be quite ambitious. Zender says, Pro Writing Aid has a 50% off sale today through Black Friday. That's right. You may, in fact, also see my face pop up on your social media feed as you're scrolling through. And I'm like, Pro Writing Aid's 50% off. Black Friday. Has anyone seen me on their social media feeds? Because sometimes I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see myself on one of those ads, and that feels weird. That feels very weird. Let me zoom in the camera. Oh, let's go. Lee says, I can't believe we only have 9 days left of November. Hoping to hit 50K maybe over the weekend or Monday. That would be an achievement. I know you can do it, Lee. I know you can. Michaela says, my mother-in-law's here, so I will be participating as much as possible, shooting for 500 words. Hey, you know, it's tough to balance life and writing. But you showed up. Pretty sick. I only have Marcus on my Insta. Is that the perfume guy? Frey, were you the one who told me one day about this guy who's like all the big perfume influencer? The cologne influencer? Is that Marcus? Or is there a new cool influencer I don't know about that's on this? Who would Marcus be? Also, if I was... Who the heck is Marcus? Marcus is the VR character. Is this on Instagram or Facebook or what? Who the heck is Marcus? Marcus is the VR character. On social media? Hold on. Do some intel here. Marcus, the VR influencer. Someone explain the Marcus lore from 7 months ago. I don't know if I'm on the right thing here. Jeremy Fragrance is the perfume dude. If you were an influencer and you chose the niche of perfume and cologne, what would your account be called? Mine would be, it just makes sense. Sense, as in like, sense. Or like, Elon Musk. No, not the right crowd. Lee, the I don't like this rock. That's Marcus. Oh, I've seen that one at least. Robert the cartel is after me. I will delete South Carolina. All right, see, the age of memes has passed me by and moved on. I used to be with it until they changed what it was, and now there's Marcus, the VR influencer who doesn't like rocks or South Carolina. Pray yourself of judgment, and it would be me judging. Look, Pray, I'm sure there is a great untapped influencer market for just roasting people. What am I saying? Untapped. That's all of social media. Very well tapped. Secure your niche. Yesterday, I felt good. I ended the writing stream with about a total of like 3,500-ish words from the day. I got to write a really fun scene. I know I didn't, necessarily nail the scene how I wanted to, but I got past it and I can continue the story as if I did do it really well. And now I got to expand my act 2. I need to sort of figure out what are the 3 big sequences I'm going through. And hopefully today I can actually get started on overcoming one of those 3 major sequences. That's what I'm doing today. If you're writing along, I would love to hear about your progress. Of course, I have TrackBear, which is always fun for us to pull, which we will pull up. And then we're going to do some writing. I'm not going to waste your time. More so than usual. Let's see what our leaderboard's at. I didn't write earlier today, which means the writer Lee might get to catch up a little bit. I'm not gonna keep my super consistent trajectory, unfortunately. Look at how consistent that is, my God. Boral says, I'm actually at a part where I have no idea what's next. You know what? We all knew it would happen eventually. Classic Margot. Classic Margot. We just crop Margot out while we talk about our stats. We go yoink. No, Margot's awesome. Margot's been putting in a lot of work. It was super surprising last year when we did Novella November, and then we watched Margot creep up to the 115,000 word mark. We were all cheering them on, like, Margot, let's go! Do it for the whole community. Kaylee says my line's all wibbly wobbly. But you know what, Kaylee? It's always going up. Huh? Isn't that another good way to look at it? It's always going up. I wish I could click on names and like show or hide certain lines. That would be cool. So good, so good. All right. Why don't we increase our lines? That's why we do it, right? That's why we write, is so we can see that number go higher and higher. World had 2 track bears. All right, I want to make some progress. I got some black tea kicking into the system, into the bloodline. Gonna need that caffeine, a little sleepy today. I need to go into the weekend to recharge. But while we're here, while we're all together right now, let's do some writing. 25 minutes on the clock. Music going up. Good luck, everyone. Have fun. Zerg, stop bullying me. Sorry, that was Zender. Also, Zerg, sorry I almost bullied you right there. Number 1 is over. Coral and Zerg both say not many words. Unless you count the what's for dinner convo. We all have that conversation. I get it. I get it. Zerg says today is not a Jeffrey day. Take that, all you Jeffreys out there. You tell him, Zerg. You tell him. Wrote around 300 words, but will delete most, if not all. Drained, and the cat is demanding attention. You know, sometimes you go into a Friday excited to like go out, you know, finish the week with a bang, but sometimes you go into Friday just beaten down by the rest of the week. Lee says 338, having dinner while riding. That sounds nice. Willow made it midway, 350 words. Let's go. Hello, Willow. How's it going? Haley says, had to take a phone call, so only got another 214 words. You know, someone really needs to let the world know that we're busy, that we're doing important things. Doesn't everyone know that we're creating art and we need to focus and not be bothered? Am I right? Hey, if you have someone who's saying, hey, what's for dinner? Send them my way. I'll take care of them. And I hope they like salad. I don't know. That's the end of the bit. I don't have anything else. 402 words for Ariana. Nice. Ariana, I felt like you said you were expecting to only hit about 100 because you have family visiting. But then look at this. Where he says, I never answer calls, so I'm busy being busy. You know, it is insane the amount of scam calls I've started to get just out of nowhere over the past maybe month and a half. It is a crazy. I don't know if it was something about an election thing that was happening. I don't know if what it was, but I was getting 2 calls a day from scam numbers, different numbers every time, so you can't block them. Never left their name. And oh God. Also, I feel like saying this because it's not talked about enough. When I was looking for a new job like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now, and I was filling out resumes with all my information, here's my address, here's my phone number, and submitting it through all these dang third-party application websites, I got more scam calls while I was applying to new jobs than any other point in my life. So I think all of my information was being sold. Beware when you're applying for jobs. It's so frustrating. That should be illegal. 100%. Speaking of spam call. Willow says, I don't care if a series gets delayed. Where did this go? Please make the writing fire. Very true. Very true. Daily, as a parent, I have to answer an awful lot of phone calls. This one ended up being about setting up medical appointments almost 4 months in advance. And the job application spam 100%. Oh. Kids make everything harder. I assume. I'm sure. So I've heard. Girl says, I almost got scammed by someone pretending to be Alyssa Matusik. I have heard this. Here's a good thing here. I have heard this. I'm glad you brought this up, Coral. From other writing creators. That when I here's a little how the sausage is made, which is such a funny saying. After I made my YouTube channel, I made another Discord where I reached out to a bunch of different writing creators to have a little space for us to be able to talk to each other and set up collaborations and ask questions and rely on the knowledge of other people who are making this very specific kind of content. And just recently, I'd say like 3 months ago, I heard from a couple different of those creators that they had figured out that people were posing as them and then reaching out to viewers, especially in things like the YouTube comments, for trying to sell a course or a developmental edit or some kind of service that was going to cost money. Here's the thing. To everyone here, if there is a YouTube content creator that you like, any direct contact from them to you, always treat with suspicion, because they're very busy. They're doing a lot of other things, not reaching out to individual viewers. But then also, if you do get a message and you're excited, maybe it is real from this creator that you like, go to their YouTube channel and look at their business email, which is something you can do up to X amount of times a day on YouTube. See if it matches. If it's not that person. I would put it out there of like, if you get especially a cold call kind of almost contact in any form from a creator that you like that you are not initiating, probably not them. Pilot Alex, also hello. I don't know if I said hello. I feel like if you found out someone was impersonating you to scam people, that would be an honor, but also sad. I think it's mostly just sad. Like, I know this was happening with Book Fox. I know this was happening with, maybe Mel Torrefranca. I feel like there was one other person in the Discord who said that they had that same thing. I can't recall. It was one of the big... It only really seems to happen with some of the big ones, some of the big writing. So yeah, beware. Maybe it was Jenna. Jenna is also in the Discord. Discord's kind of sick to me. I think it's so cool. Anyways. Yeah, so don't fall for scams. And which is getting harder and harder every single day, because AI is going to make it easier than ever for people to try to get you. Beware. Has it happened with Carson's? I do not know if it has happened. I have not heard any inklings from anyone. But also, I'm small fish. Compared. Here's the thing. I feel like in order for this sort of scam to be successful, the scammer needs to impersonate someone who has plenty of goods and services to kind of trick you with. So like, I know Book Fox has a couple different courses that they've put together. Thanks, Frey. So it's much more obvious of a scam to pull if you impersonate someone like that, who's like, hey, here's these courses that I have, like, come sign up. I'm gonna give you this link, even though it's a bogus link, or a 10% discount code, and it goes to a bogus service. Versus me, who's like, really think about what monetization my channel has when it comes to like, what is my platform getting from the consumers? Just hanging out. We're just chilling. I don't have a course I'm trying to sell. I have some services posted on my website, but like, I don't really push them that hard. There's always the when you won $250 in Amazon gift cards. The classic. The classic. It is sad though, it's tough. Jay Carson would sell a Pro Writing Aid competitor. Look. Here's the thing. The truth is, with the Pro Writing Aid thing, I used Pro Writing Aid for a long time before I got in contact with them. But also, It has been very fortunate to be working with Pro Writing Aid, because doing the video content with them means I can do these live streams and I can do videos and not be at all times trying to find a sponsor to tell you about how easy it is for the sponsor of this live stream, Squarespace, to make your own website. Squarespace is the #1 templating website engine of choice for millions of users, just like you, just like me. I built my own website with Squarespace. And using the discount code WritingTheory10, you can get 10% off of your subscription today. Thank you, Squarespace. Shall we do some writing? Evil Pro Writing Aid Amateur Dictation Helper. Diction Helper. Oh God. That's a pretty marketable name. Let's do some writing. Let's do some writing. All right, Lantern Valley, glad you could join us. Potato has joined. 25 minutes on the clock. Make some good progress. I'll see you on the other side. Music's going up. Sprint number 2 is over. How'd everyone do? This sprint was way better for me. Maybe I was just warming up in the first one. The first sprint, I was like, okay, you know, like I'm just figuring out where I am now. Kind of forgot, like, okay, what's supposed to happen? I'm going into this plot too kind of blind. I just needed to put some characters together. Got a lot easier once I did that. I'm at 1,250 words now. Let's go. Zender says 1 chapter rewritten. Zender using sprint time to revise. A good use of it. Good use of it. You don't have to be drafting, you know. Any progress is good progress. Lee says spent very little time writing. Got caught up talking with the family. Love it. Dirk 409 went a little back, deleted an earlier fragment, and it started flowing. Dude, you gotta make it work. You know, sometimes that's what it takes. I was also like, that first sprint, I was kind of figuring out how was I supposed to go into that next step once I did. Ariana, 434 words. Willow, 384. Nice. Will says a sweet heart-to-heart scene. Kaylee, 86 words. Always get kind of stuck when a fight breaks out, which stinks because there's an awful lot of fights in this. Fights can be fun. I think in all of my stories, they've been pretty light in action. There's been lots of conflict. There has been action, but most of my stories, I save the action for the bigger moment. You know? The midpoint of the story where the stakes are raised and everything looks different. You know, part of that might be the fact that I just plan a lot of my plots building up to a big action. Another part of that could be the fact that I feel like, and this isn't necessarily correct, but sometimes I feel like by saving actual physical action for just a couple really big moments, then maybe they'll stand out more. That's what I try to go for or what I tried to go for Starlight Farms. And there's more action in Upon Careless Gray Hill. Fights are fun. Pasqua, words are wording. 220 words. but what I got was solid. Isn't that a good feeling? I don't always end a sprint thinking that was a really solid sprint, but when I do, I'm like, oh man, this writing thing's easy. Turk says, Worm has fights with 30 people and manages to zoom in dramatically on particular conflicts and single swooping zoom. Very crazy. Zerg, is Worm, would you say Worm is your biggest influence? Because I know you quoted a lot, and I think part of it is like, okay, this is a story that does these things really well, and another part of it is you wanting to spread the word for how cool Worm. Haley says, the POV character of this chapter has just accidentally joined a bandit gang. Love that. That sounds like... Worm is my Homestuck, but not biggest in. I only very barely know what Homestuck is. I'm a Homestuck beginner. I don't even know what Homestuck is. That a webcomic? Is that right? Am I crazy? Some people, Zender says, some people are great at writing fights, some at interiority, others dialogue. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Really good. Right now, I'm reading... Okay, this is going to sound bad. I'm reading like 3 books right now. And this is pretty standard for me. But I've been in a reading rut throughout November just because of so much that's happening. And even before November, I've been so into trying to get Upon Careless Grey Hills wrapped up. I haven't had a lot of time for reading. But the 3 books that I'm reading are very different. Right? Just last week, James Islington put out his sequel to The Will of the Many, which was a huge hit that came out, got really popular on Book Talk, a Roman-inspired fantasy that came out maybe 2 years ago. So his sequel to Will of the Many, called The Strength of the Few, came out last week, and I've been reading that. And this is an author that crushes it at just a rock solid first person POV. Just if you're gonna read, like if you wanted to study this book for something in particular, study it for a POV that feels so rock solid. It never wavers the entire story. It's all first person, and it's just presented in the character's head, like so, you know, like it's well presented. So if you like writing in first person present, this is a great I've been reading that came out last week, so that's been my big priority. Coral says, how can you read so many books at one time? Usually I have at least 2 books that I'm reading. One would be in a physical book and one would be on the Kindle. And because they're 2 different like form factors, I'm able to like kind of separate them out. But The Will of the Many, and then what was the new one called? The Strength of... Roman-inspired fantasy. Pretty sick. Pretty sick setting. Homestuck, here I am using this is very large and you must read it to understand. Talking about it does not size. Cool covers too. So I'm reading that. I'm reading Mort by Terry Pratchett. Very lightweight, cozy, kind of fun Discworld novel. And I'm also reading book 8 of Malazan, Book of the Fallen, which is notoriously one of the slower ones of the series. Very philosophical in its ramblings. So that one's a little bit harder to get. I'm reading those 3, and I'm listening to an audiobook of The Institute by Stephen King. The whole reason I bring that up is all of these authors do certain things so well, right? James Islington has good action, has that POV that's locked in. Terry Pratchett just has a fun way of turning phrase that keeps you entertained in like a, you know, a fun, laid back, casual way. Malazan, Book of the Fallen is like the most epic of epic that can be. And then Stephen King, The Institute. Honestly, classic Stephen King. The more Stephen King I read, the more I see cracks in the facade this is going to be a tough one. The more Stephen King I read, the more I see that Stephen King is mostly really good at prose. And he's so good at prose that you'll read a whole bunch of what feels like almost nothing just because his prose is so good. And at the end of your book, in your head, you're kind of like, oh my God, that could have been like 200 pages. I've been noticing that a lot in Stephen King. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Homestuck is oddly philosophical and the plot revolves around a really wild cosmology. I guess I'll have to look at Homestuck. I don't know what Homestuck is. Or should I read isn't there some super epic, super long Super Smash Brothers Melee fanfiction? Is that what I should go for next? I don't know. That one's called. What book is Willow reading? Gonna get Hunger Games Sunrise of the Reaping. Nice. Can't imagine reading so many books at one time. Also, I don't start a book unless I have time to read it in a day or two. I definitely don't do that. But I do pretty typically have more than one book going at the same time. But this year I've read fewer books than I have in the past 10 years maybe. And it's just because I've been so busy with videos and work in my own writing. So the few books that there's been more books I've also DNF'd this year than ever before. Which does not feel good. All right. Lots of good talking. Derek says, wow, you're saying Homestuck yes, but Worm no. Unsubscribed, leaving chat, burning my belongings. I didn't say nothing about Worm. I still need to Google what Worm is. So far, I've been able to piece together action, Worm. That's probably not right. All right, let's do some writing. Let's do our last sprint. End the week with some good words. Time. 25 minutes. Music's going up. You can do it. You can do it. I'm shooting for 2,000 words. Let's go. Sprint is over. Nice. How'd everyone do? This was a much better sprint. I got back in the groove, into a scene. It was character work and dialogue and sort of poking and prodding with questions to see who knew what. That was a lot easier to write than that. Now I'm at 1,900 words. Not bad, not bad. Willow, 397 words. Haley, 226. Fight, fight, fight. Willow, finally named my protagonist, and not a word too late. Zurich, 506. Nice. Just made Laura bleed auroras of the colors. Nice. You know, this happened maybe it was last week. I can't remember if it happened over a weekend or not. Otherwise, I feel like I would have talked about it. We live so far north in the US that I'd say like there's probably 7 to 10 times a year that we see like the northern lights on full display in our backyard. So when you say bleeding auroras, that sounds pretty sick. Pretty sick. Last time we saw it, though, it was so cool. Normally, when we see it, it's like a very slow, like almost like a curtain waving in the breeze, and it's like bright green. But this last time that we saw it, it was like rapid. It would look like would be a good way to describe it. It was like this rapid shimmering through the sky of these like oil slick green colors, which is so cool. Ariana, 176 words, which I think puts you in your word count goal. If I think I remember correctly, while having family over. I love it. Michaela, 339. Maybe I'm thinking Michaela. I can't remember if it was Michaela or Ariana that had their goal today. The writer Lee, I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. Here's the hint. You got to go north. Thank you, thank you. This concludes my stand-up bit. Kaylee, I miss living in Alaska where I saw them a lot more often than that. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's pretty cool. Kaylee, it's wild when you live in a place where auroras happen so often, you just don't feel the need to put your life on hold for hours just to watch them. Yeah, it's just, here's the thing. It's still kind of a novelty to us because we moved here from Atlanta and like you were never gonna see, like technically maybe once every couple years something crazy might happen and you'll see the Northern Lights in Atlanta because of some anomaly. But now I found this app. Where is it? Where is my app? I found this app where you can put in your location and it monitors your like location for when there will be Northern Light activity in your area, and it gives you like a percentage chance. So it's still novel enough for us that like if I may be like going to bed, it's like 10 o'clock, I'm on my phone and that little notification pops up, like I'm gonna go stroll outside and peek out the windows and see if it's out there. JSam, on my word count, it says I wrote 4,999 words today. I actually wrote around 1,200. I just happened to paste it all in my notes and scenes that haven't happened yet. Okay. You know what? Let's just pretend and say you wrote 5,000 words. That's cool. Hello, gamer dude. Hello. And that's going to be all for our sprints today. I did 1960. I better do my track bear. It's been kind of fun doing this at the end of the streams. 1960 for, excuse me, Tiny Doors. Look at that. Kayla says, oh dang, that was the last one. I lost track of time. Same. I know. We did 3 sprints, but like the first one went by super fast and I didn't get a ton of words down. The second one went by super fast because I got a ton of words down. And then the third one, I was just having fun writing. Like, wait a minute. It's almost 8. Justin says, no, I missed the writing stream today. Justin, you got here right at the end. Well, if you're still gonna do any writing today, best of luck. Best of luck. Well, it says, Carson, mark my words, I'm gonna catch up to you. This is your only chance this weekend. I'll be doing some heavy writing next week, or this next week. It'll be a lot harder to catch up then. Good luck, good luck. Pasquale says, I do my track bear just before midnight. You use every single minute to get your words. I love that. And Willow, 1181 words today. I'm at 105%. Exciting. Next week is our last week. A couple cool things happening. I will announce something kind of cool we got planned for December in our writing streams and on the Discord in this next week. And I invite you to come participate in whatever cool thing we'll be sharing. I think you'll find a lot of fun in it. Especially if you've been part of the writing sprints, what we're doing next in December is just sort of a natural kind of continuation to a lot of the writing that we've done. And so if you've had a good time, I think you'll like this next thing. Be cool. I'll look for more information on that on the Discord, as well as I'll talk about it on the live stream. Expect that on Monday, and then a couple reminders as the week continues on. I will be doing all of the normal live streams next week, including on Thanksgiving Day for our US friends. So if you're looking for something to do, or you have the day off, or I don't know, you don't even celebrate it, and you just want to keep doing your writing, I will be here. I will be writing, and you are welcome to join. Justin's like the on the street team for the Writing Theory channel. I feel like, was street team the right term? I feel like there were some bands back in the early 2000s, like Linkin Park. You could join the Linkin Park street team, and like all around the world, Linkin Park would be like, all right, our new album's coming out, like here's some flyers to hand out on the streets. And then these people all over the world on the Linkin Park street team would print out the flyers and give them out to everyone who needed one. Justin's on the street team. Shout out, Justin. It says, don't know if I'll be able to join on Thanksgiving, but if I can, I will. I'll be here. You know where I'll be. It's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be a good week. Willow, best of luck. 2,000 per day. I know you can do it. And if you join the streams, we'll do it together. How about that? That sounds great. Everyone, have a great rest of the night. Next week is our last week of live streams. Our last week of Novella November. Our last week to get all of our words down. And towards the end of this, we will also be doing this sort of showcase for everyone who has been writing and contributing to Novella November. I want to get your story title, your genre, how many words you got down, a little synopsis. Last year we did this with like a little PowerPoint presentation where we read all of these, and it was super fun. So can't wait to do it again. Rudderly says, I'm not ready for it to end. Neither am I. Neither am I. But it's been a lot of fun. Novella November is a highlight every single week. I will see you all next week. See you bright and early. Well, not bright and early, but I'll see you on Monday, and we'll do some more writing then. Have a great weekend. Make good progress on your stories if you're going to write. Recharge if you're not going to write. See you then. Take care, everyone. Bye.